Alors les supporters anglais, on le sait, sont très attachés à leur club et parfois même au-delà de la mort. Au Queen's Park Rangers, club de Championship, club de Londres, eh bien, les cendres des supporters peuvent être éparpillées sur la pelouse. Fabien Fougeray a assisté à une des cérémonies à Loftus Road, le stade de QPR. Reportage.
Dad, he was a really big QPR fan.
My granddad is now a part of the ground. It means that a part of him will always be here.
Because when I come to watch a game, I can look down and see where he is.
Let me just lead you in a quick prayer. Well, for lots of families and friends who come and do it, several things. One, particularly if they like football, even more if they're fans of the club here as well, like their relative was, like their friend was, that can be a very important moment because they're matching up their passion of with the football club or for football with this person. They're putting the two together in the same place.
Dad, he was a really big QPR fan.
I know that QPR was so important to him. Not much of a football fan myself.
He was a fan for around 80 years. Gives you some indication of the loyalty that he paid to the club over the course of his life.
Different types of grass.
I'm pleased that we can commemorate him today in this way, which is what he would really have liked. Yeah. He really would have been proud to be here.
I try and just work out what I'm dealing with as soon as they arrive at reception. And I lead them past the trophies, where they see the historic trophies of the club that have been won, and they look at the board where players who've got won caps for their country. We make jokes about how few or how many the names are on the board. Then I take them into underneath the stand to where the changing rooms are, and they can look around, take pictures of the changing rooms, take pictures of each other. I can talk to them a bit about what goes on. And then out we come, down the tunnel, and we go pitch side. We're not allowed onto the pitch, but we walk along pitch side to the round to the goal mouth, the longest way possible, so that they can enjoy some of the atmosphere of looking out at the stadium and seeing what it is that their friend or relative enjoyed. Usually they'll point out to me the place that he or she normally went. And as the ashes are laid down, just a time of quiet and remembrance. And I'll read a short passage from the Bible, something to encourage them, something to uplift them. And when I've finished that, I end with a prayer. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. He will not let your foot slip. He who watches over you will not slumber. Then people usually wipe away a tear or give each other a hug. And then we say our goodbyes. And then at the end of all that, I come and I come back to the ashes and I collect them. And then I look after them personally until the time comes that the club let me spread them when they lift the turf to make way for new grass. The reason that we don't scatter the ashes on the pitch at the actual time that the people are here and they don't come on with me is because well, two things. One is that the groundsmen are very precious about the turf. The other reason is very different, and that is that if you scatter ashes and then maybe the next day there's a big game, a lot of players, I think, would find it difficult, would find it uncomfortable to think that somebody's ashes are right there as they're doing a sliding tackle. Even fans or others knowing that a dead person's ashes are right there on the pitch that day. You might even be able to see the dust from the ashes. It's the wrong distraction. I think it's always been that the scattering in the pitch only takes place once the turf has been lifted, when the season's over and nobody's watching, and I go and each pot gets individually put down before the new turf is there.
It means that my granddad is now a part of the ground. It means that a part of him will always be here, and it means that a part of our family will always be here as well. So anytime we come back here now for matches, it means that we've got Grandad here as well with us. So he won't just be here in spirit, we've still got a part of him here as well.
All in all, I'm delighted that we've been able to do this for Dad.
I'm happy with that. I'm very, very happy with that, because when I come to watch a game, I can look down and see where he is.